if you call me a colonizer, I'm gonna make you fucking cry, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it, okay? It's not my fault that my ancestors were better at fighting than yours. Okay, it's not my fault your ancestors were so bad at fighting they got fucking colonized. Maybe your ancestors should have fucking fought better. Maybe your ancestors should have been better at fighting. But no, they fucking sucked at fighting, and that's why we won. Not my fault. Maybe your ancestors were just weak little bitches.
What did Black people do? Truly, what did Black people do for us to get such vitriol from the entire world? The world was gaslit into hating us so much that our existence is perceived as a threat in any single space. What did we do to people for them to treat us as subhuman, as not even human, as just as animals? Fuck that. You guys treat animals better than you treat us. But truly, what did we do? Especially Black women. Don't be a beautiful, elegant, confident Black woman in this world because you have the audacity to exist in a world where you are supposed to be suffering. Why do we have to suffer for you guys to feel like we are valid? Why do we have to be in a space of just suffering? Like, people hate to see us win, truly. People hate Black joy. Why is it that the world wants us to suffer so fucking badly? Like, what is up with this hate? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid.
I need to know, are there certain Black people that just don't like us because we're white?
We live in a country that enslaved Black people and never paid for it. And y'all be asking questions like this. Meanwhile, the same government who okayed this shit determine the curriculum in school, and they decide they gonna show slave movies to Black people while they sit next to people who look just like you. Like Muhammad Ali said, though, every lion ain't gonna try to attack you, but who gonna be dumb enough to wait for the one that's not? You got Karens on every corner. You got the cops trying to shoot kids any chance they get. You got the KKK that the government does nothing about. You have the government who not putting in no bills to protect Black people from all this racist bullshit. So when you ask this question, it's just laughable. I believe most of the country is not racist, but I know for a fact that most of the country don't mind accepting the benefits of racism, so it don't really matter to people like us. This country is so money hungry, it enslaved Black people for over 400 years and never paid for it. And every time they talk about reparations, they so greedy, they think we more concerned about getting money. But in reality, when you admit that you wrong, that is how you correct your behavior. But because they don't want to admit they wrong, they let us know they want to keep their racism going. This is what the country is built off of. When you hear people say, make America great again, and white people have always been in control of it, what they mean is get their slaves back. That was the only time they can say whatever they want and do whatever they wanted to us, and nobody would dare question it. But now all these woke people are starting to get on their nerves. To say make America great again is delusional anyways. In a country that was built with no integrity, off of the backs of slaves, all of the evil that was done, and they documented it. So it's not just me saying this. We had to go to school to study, so I know what I'm talking about. The same country that has not taken a break from their evil to the life that was created by God will lie to themselves and say, God bless America. The fucking bullshit we got to deal with. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
The world doesn't respect Black people because we haven't done enough crimes against humanity. And I will explain. So tell me if I'm crazy, tell me if I crack the code. I have stumbled upon another TikTok of this time about an African American woman. It's always African American people being discriminated against, being followed around, having to deal with slurs in countries that we don't even visit that much, countries that we have little to no history with. And we're constantly asking in the comments, what the fuck did we do? What did we do? We didn't do anything to them. And I think that's the issue, is that we haven't done anything to them. I'm starting to think that these different countries, these different continents only respect crazy crimes against humanity, and we have yet to do that. Like Japan, for example. Japanese people tend to have a respect and a reverence for the same group of people who did Hiroshima. Yet we're an issue, right? I feel like we don't get respect the same way that henchmen don't get respect on Batman. You feel me? It's like just a quick little obstacle to get over. There's much more reverence and much more thought going into and much more time taken to figure out how to take down Joker, how to take down Penguin, how to take down Clayface because they're a bigger threat and there's more story to them. No one gives a fuck about the henchmen and their little petty crimes. Batman just swoops in, breaks their arm, and leaves. And I think that's the issue. If you notice, when people complain about black people, they're always saying, you guys are always looting and loitering and shooting at each other. You're all gangbangers and da-da-da-da. And mind you, all those are crimes against each other. We don't go outside of our neighborhoods and fuck with other people that don't look like us. If we're gangbanging against somebody who looks just like us on the other side of the same neighborhood. It's never us affecting other people, and I think that doesn't get us respect. Why would I respect people that are stealing out of stores, stealing out of malls, stealing out of gas stations, when my people steal whole countries? We steal people. We steal your ideas. We steal your children and sell them off, and I'm supposed to respect you because you stole a fucking candy bar? You're small time. And I think the moment that we start getting up and, ooh, let me be quiet, I'm saying too much, but you get what I'm saying.
What's up, beautiful people? I hope you're all doing amazing. So in our today's video, I want us to talk about something I've seen online so many times, and I'm pretty sure some of you watching this video have probably come across it as well, or even ask yourselves, like, why are Black people treated like this so frequently? And why do people seem to challenge Black people even for no reason? So let's get into this video, and do not forget to like the video and also support the original creators. I will be linking their handles in the description below.
The fucked up thing about it is, a video may be out, like, surfacing on the internet. I've never personally seen it, right? And I am chronically online, like a lot of people. But the fucked up thing is, I have seen several videos from multiple different people in multiple different cultures who may even live in America, going on a tirade about how much they dislike Black people, how much they hate Black people, how much Black people piss them off, how much they want Black people to die. And I've never seen a Black person say that about anybody else. I've never seen it. Granted, like I said, a video might exist, but I cannot remember ever seeing something like that. Because the thing about Black folk when it comes to non-Black people is probably to our definitely to our detriment. We move on a little too fast from people who do disrespectful shit against either a lot of Black people or individual Black folk. It's in our nature to just move on from something because we're always worried about the next problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us grew up constantly dealing with threat after threat after threat after threat. So it's like, you can't sit here and worry about this threat, especially if you think it's minimal at this point, because there's an even bigger threat coming like 3 miles down the road. So when that lady, Ashley, or whatever the fuck her name is, sat in that car talking about how much she hate Black people and she want this to happen and want that to happen just because she had one bad experience with 1 or 2 Black people, unfortunately, that's how a lot of people see Black folk, bro. If you are Black in this country, in America, and you have non-Black friends, you have non-Black associates, non-Black co-workers, whatever, you got to understand something. Unfortunately, this is just the way it is. A lot of them do not like you simply because you are Black. You may have never done anything fucked up to them at all, but simply because you just happen to be classified as Black in America, they don't like you. When people make these videos saying, "Oh, Black people have no allies, no allies," bro, you gotta understand something, right? There was no reason for her to do that, right? There was no reason for any of the other people whose videos I've seen to do that. Oh, kill all Black people, I hate Black people, motherfucker die. There was no reason for them to do that because they probably can't name 5 really bad encounters that they've had with a Black person in this country. On my soul, if you are non-Black, you probably cannot have more than 5 in your entire fucking life bad experiences with a Black person, right? Will a black, like, motherfuckers always say, oh, black people are breaking into your house. These are the stereotypes I've been hearing since I was a little boy. Oh, they're angry, they're aggressive, they'll break into your house, they'll do this, listen, if anything, black folk are reactionary, right? They react. We react to bullshit. We usually don't start bullshit with non-black people, right? Now, when it comes to black versus black, it's some bullshit, and we got to deal with that. But when it comes to everybody else, we inviting everybody to the cookout. We giving everybody the grace. We teaching you the fucking dance move. We teaching you how to Dougie and all that extra shit and all this fucking cute shit, only for motherfuckers to turn around and say, I fucking can't stand black folk. You see what I'm saying? And I promise you, bro, if black people somehow in this country, if black folk in America were to have one conscious thought, and that conscious thought would be to treat every single non-black person the way they treat us, bro, I'm trying to tell you, this whole fucking shit will get flipped upside down overnight. But the way that it is structured, I don't hate Mexican people. I don't hate white people. I don't hate Asians. I don't hate Indians. I don't hate anybody. Like, the only motherfuckers I dislike are people who do stupid shit to me. If it just so happened you might be Asian, Hispanic, you might be black, you might be white. That's how it should be. You shouldn't hate an entire culture of people simply because you dislike what one or two do. What are we fucking talking about? This is the unfortunate truth of being black in America. This is the this is it. This is the unfortunate truth of being black. You can be black and have white friends, Asian friends, Mexican friends, Indian friends, all of that shit. You could have a wife that's white, black, you could have a wife or a husband that's anything and anywhere. But the fucked up thing is, if it's not them, it's their family that feel that way about you. Now, me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck how nobody family feel about me, right? If I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't give a fuck how their family feel about me. But again, that's just the mindset. And sometimes that hatred, like, I could never go to sleep with that much hatred in my heart. That hatred just bubbles up and it spills over, and that's why you get videos of motherfuckers who are police officers, apparently, who sit in their car, open their little sun visor, slide the light thing open, and sit there and talk about how much they dislike an entire ethnic group of people. Call it what you want, dog. Call it what you, and I try my best to stay out the way. But goddamn, motherfuckers make it damn near impossible to do that shit.
In a comment section yesterday, I said I'm tired of being black. And in my DMs, I got conversations of, what does that mean? What do you mean you're tired of being black? And a lot of other people who claim to be allies or who say they're allies of black people, they don't understand that. And I'm not saying black fatigue. I'm saying being black in general. Being black comes with such a heavy responsibility. It also comes with a burden of a past that we can't escape. Being black means to always walk into a room and scan it to make sure someone else is there just in case something happens. Being black is walking into a store and praying that you're not characterized as a thief or a hood rat by the store owner just because of the color of your skin. Being black is going into an interview and praying that your name or the way your hair looks doesn't get you put to the side because they don't know if you're capable of doing the job, even though they've seen your application and know that you're probably overqualified for the position. Being black is always having to apologize for being black. To always know that there's a target on your back. To watch a country who is literally built off the blood and the bones and the tears of your ancestors tell you that you are not worthy enough to be a part of this country, to have a right to use your voice. Being black is hard. It is watching everyone devour your culture and your hairstyles and the way you speak and your art and your inventions, and then tell you that you are not allowed to capitalize off of it, or you're not allowed to say anything because it's not blackness, it's American. See, we're American when everybody wants to steal from us. We're black when no one wants to protect us. No one wants to stand up for us. It's tiring being black. And it's tiring having to explain that although I'm proud of being Black and I love being Black, sometimes being Black is exhausting because everybody looks at your Blackness as a hindrance until they need your Blackness, or they need your Black body, or they need your Black voice, or they need your Black culture so they can rise above the fray.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Like, what is with all this racist shit on TikTok, bro? Like, I've literally gotten restrictions. I've gotten flagged for having a tank top on, bro. I just seen somebody up here talking about, if you call me a colonizer, then I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Then I'm scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I'm scrolling, and then I see Mexicans saying just being racist, and I look in the comments, it's just so much blatant racism. Like, is this what's going on? And then I saw this other Mexican guy, or I don't know if he was Mexican, but this Latino guy saying that Black people were trying to start a race war for responding to everybody in the goddamn world being racist and prejudiced and stereotypical and discriminatory. We finally started to respond en masse back on the internet, and we're starting a race war. And how it, like, some of these accounts, some of these comments, I don't understand how TikTok is allowing it to stay. Like, what is going on? I'm starting to feel like this is intentional at this point, because some of the comments I've been blocking so many people on old videos too. I'm like, this video, how is this even in an algorithm? And this video is from 6 months ago. Like, what is going on? And I remember, it just keeps making me think of when, it came to light that TikTok, now known as X, busted some accounts that had, like, people in the Middle East and people in Africa and shit behind them starting this. But then you see people with their actual face condoning it, saying, yes, I stand beside Ashley Gonzalez. Yes, if you call me a colonizer, yes, y'all are racist. And I'm just like, what the fuck did Black people... I know I keep asking because nobody has an answer. What did Black people do to y'all? What did we do? What did we do? And I don't want to hear nothing, oh, y'all loud, y'all ghetto, y'all ratchet, Black on Black crime, single motherhood. That don't have fuck all to do with you. That does not affect your livelihood. It does not affect your livelihood if I'm eating crab legs, flaming hot Cheetos, drinking a goddamn a cut water, and fighting my homegirl. That don't have nothing to do with you and your community. So what is going on? Is it just me, or are y'all seeing like an upkick in blatant racism on this app? And I don't understand how it's being allowed. How is it being allowed? When, once again, we get flagged and restricted for the bare minimum. Yet these people are literally up here spewing the most nasty, disgusting shit. And I'm just like, this is really, like, it's a sickness. You people are sick. You're sick. And y'all are not going to police us and tell us not to respond. And when we do respond, y'all saying, oh, this is why we feel that way. Because we're responding because of reactive abuse. We don't go around blatantly having slurs against anybody. We're not running up in your neighborhoods and your communities. We're not stealing resources from you as a collective. What the fuck is the problem? What's the issue? Y'all need that? Like, what's going on? What is really going on? It's starting to get too much. Like, I'm like, is it my algorithm? I don't know what the hell is going on. But I'm scrolling and it's just y'all really popping it on this internet. Y'all need to relax. You people are sick. Constantly attacking people that has done nothing to affect your livelihood. You can't tell me one thing as a collective that Black people did to you and your community, your race, your class of people that has affected your life. Y'all are literally pushing your energy into the wrong group of people. Y'all stay scapegoating Black people. We ain't do it. It was never us. We didn't colonize you. Like, is it just me? All right, bye. Spread love, Mr. Brooklyn Wayne.
One thing I've noticed whenever these conversations happen is that people are always so quick to say, Stop blaming us for what our ancestors did to yours, or get over slavery already. It's been years, and things like that, right? But I feel like a lot of people completely miss where Black people are coming from whenever they speak about these things. Because it's not even about refusing to move on, but more about understanding the pain, understanding the history, and also understanding why certain wounds still exist today. Look, trauma does not just disappear because time passed. And I think when people have never experienced something themselves, sometimes they minimize it or make it seem like people are exaggerating. And that's why I try to understand what that white woman was talking about. Though I don't agree with the whole, if you insult my ancestors, I will insult yours too. But I also do think that these conversations become toxic because instead of sitting and listening to each other, everybody immediately becomes defensive. And in a conversation where it's more about defense, I don't think so that there is any clear understanding, because it will be like, oh, what, blah, 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 right? But if it could be more like sitting and trying to understand one person or each other, we wouldn't even be sitting here and listening to all of this or even watching all of this. And now to the question that the Black woman was asking, why Black people are hated so globally. To be honest, this kind of conversation is what people avoid so much. Because when you really look at the world we are living in today, anti-Blackness exists almost everywhere. And after a while, you start asking yourself, why? I honestly find this exhausting because people stereotype Black people, disrespect Black people, mock Black people, and then act shocked when Black people talk about racism or historical pain. Sometimes I really do think that jealousy also plays a role here, because people always say, when you see that everybody is after just one group trying to tear it down, it means that there is something special and powerful about that group that makes them uncomfortable, whether you want to admit it or not. How many things have you heard about Black people? Let's not even go deep into history or anything. Just look at the music that people listen to today. Rap, hip hop, R&B, and take a look at the fashion trends. Talk about the dance. Talk about the hairstyles. Talk about the slangs, even soul food. Like, Black people has influenced so much that we enjoy today. That's why I find it confusing, because people will love Black culture, copy Black culture, benefit from Black culture, but still disrespect Black people. And honestly, that contradiction is something I've never fully understood. Like even that Latina officer situation, who was ranting about how good she felt, calling a Black person the N-word and degrading Black people, how much she hates Black people. I find that kind of hatred not normal at all. And I find situations like that are the exact reason why these conversations keep happening in the first place. At the end of the day, I think a lot of Black people are just tired tired of constantly having to explain their pain, tired of being told they're overreacting, and also tired of being treated differently everywhere they go. And honestly, if you're not Black, I think the best thing to do is to just listen instead of immediately becoming defensive. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts about this uh, episode. What are yours? I will be waiting to hear from you down in the comment section. And also, like I said earlier, do not forget to follow the original creators. Their links are in the description below. And I appreciate you so much for always supporting me in whichever way that you do, be it through likes, comments, subscription, share, hypes, all of that matters a lot. I pray that God keeps you safe, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye for now.